And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how yoga can help those who are currently going through speech therapy, who have a brain injury or any other neurological diagnosis. So as a speech therapist, I have seen barriers to people meeting their goals at times. And some of these barriers can include accepting the changes that are happening within their brain and body, negative self-talk, just stagnation with movement, fear, trauma. So there's lots of things that are going on that can inhibit one from meeting their speech and language and communication goals and cognitive goals. And so how is yoga tied into all this? Well, here's where all of the science comes in. So we know that cognition and language support each other, right? One cannot formulate language or follow a conversation, follow a direction without using some form of cognition. So that might be attention, being able to sustain attention on a conversation or multitask, being able to process information coming in and then formulate a response to that, or there could be delays with that as well. Memory, short-term memory is a big one. Mental flexibility. So all of these processes, these cognitive processes, are what we work with in speech, language, and cognitive therapy. And this is where the research comes in that shows the structures and the functions of the brain following yoga and meditation can impact and make positive changes in attention. It can make changes with thickness of the prefrontal cortex, which that prefrontal cortex is what's responsible for focus and decision making and all of those higher level executive function skills. It can also help with working memory. Participating in regular yoga can help with mental fatigue. It can shrink the amygdala, which is what's responsible for fear and anxiety. And it also reduces cortisol levels to help you with clearer thinking. And thinking about when you are running into a communication challenge, such as trying to come up with a word that you want to say and the word is on the tip of your tongue. I see in therapy a lot of people start to tense up and they might have feelings of embarrassment or fear or just frustration with themselves. And that's fine to have those emotions. They're valid emotions. But at the same time, when we are flooded with cortisol, those stress hormones, that's going to restrict access to our cognition and make those pathways of grabbing that word and generating that word that we're trying to say even harder. So that's what yoga can help do. It helps you find equanimity and calm in those hard times. Kind of makes you take a step back and stay mindful during those times. And it helps with reinforcing neuroplasticity. So I could go on and on about the research. There's been lots of research studies on all of this, but I'm going to post further videos about how beneficial yoga can be as just a separate practice if you are someone that has a brain injury or a neurological diagnosis. And in addition, it can be helpful to incorporate some of these yoga poses or breath work within a speech pathology session. And so that's going to be in one of my other videos too. So